Okay, now we start. Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the second edition of our Gender and AI Dialogue series. My name is Lenilda Duarte. I'm from Cape Verde, and it's a great pleasure to be here with you all in this nice afternoon. This monthly event brings together speakers from across the African continent to explore critical issues at the intersection of gender, STEM, and artificial intelligence. Today, under the theme Building Soft Skills for Success in STEM and AI Careers, we will be learning from an incredible panel of experts who are leading change in their respective fields. With us, we have three distinct women from different countries that we warmly welcome. So we are excited to continue this important dialogue, one that is not only about skills, but also about empowerment, visibility, and the opportunity for women across our continent. Thank you all for joining us, and shall we begin? Thank you. So we have today from Nigeria, we have Christiana Titilope Oyelo. Hello, Christiana. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you? Thank you.
Thank you. From Kenya, we have Jacqueline Oyelo. Okeyo. I'm sorry. Hello, Jacqueline.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. And from Burundi, we have Michelle Mukushimana. Hello, Michelle. Are you set?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you.
Thank you all. So we will start with Christiana Titilope Oyewale. And Christiana has a strong academic foundation in computer science and collective intelligence. Her research focuses on leveraging technology to address real-world challenges in health, education, and sustainability. Christiana is passionate about fostering inclusivity and equity in technology, particularly for underrepresented communities. In her project, I Am a STEM Advocate, she has helped train and mentor over 2,000 secondary school girls in Nigeria in programming, robotics, and digital literacy, working as part of a dedicated team committed to closing the gender gap in STEM. She has organized and participated in numerous international workshops and conferences, including the 9th and 11th Heidelberg Laureate Forum in Germany, co-data events in Italy and China, and many others across Africa, Europe, and Asia. Her work has been recognized with awards and grants supporting impactful community-focused projects that promote accessibility, innovation, and collaborative problem solving. As a mentor, advocate, and researcher, Christiana is committed to empowering communities, fostering innovation, and driving meaningful change through interdisciplinary collaboration and inclusive leadership. Once again, welcome, Christiana. We will start by asking you a very simple question. Christiana, you have up to 8 minutes to tell us which soft skills have proven more critical to your advancement in STEM and AI fields and why. The word is to you, Christiana. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for that introduction. I'm sorry I can't be on camera. I'm a bit sick. So let me start by thanking the organizers of this event. Thank you for the invitation, and also thanks to other with ties ladies. And also I acknowledge the presence of one of my mentors, Dr. Shekinat. Yeah, so back to the question that you asked me, which soft skills have proven most critical to my advancement in STEM and AI field and why. I'm going to talk about 5 soft skills in which it was not only discovered by me, it was discovered uh, by my parents with their support, and most especially my teachers from my primary school to my university days. So the first I'm going to talk about is communication and collaboration. I have the ability to articulate a complex idea, which has been essential in research, teaching, and professional roles that I've undertaken. So, and I've been able to present in conferences, published papers, and mentor students, showing a form of effective communication that help in fostering knowledge sharing and innovation. So most especially, I believe so much in collaboration, which has helped me to work with a multidisciplinary team, and which is a key factor needed in impactful research and projects. The second I'm going to talk about is adaptability and continuous learning. So the way that tech is evolving rapidly, it requires like constant skill enhancement. My first drive was my academic background, which is across multiple disciplines in computer science, collective intelligence, and recently in interactive art and technology. That has helped me to strengthen my ability to adapt to new methodologies and approaches in artificial intelligence research. Moving on to the third skill I'm going to talk about is leadership and initiative. So I've been able to organize international workshops, mentor students, and spearheaded STEM advocacy program. Just for example, the recent project funded by Alumnode in Germany. It introduced over 2,000 girls to encourage them in STEM, advocating STEM for them. So basically, my leadership skill showed in that program to be able to both when I was present in Nigeria to drive things, and even when I was away, that was not my absence were not felt. So such help in taking up different initiative in research projects also and professional roles. I started working in the industry before my undergraduate as a software engineer, which has made me to bring up to be able to put my skill in terms of leadership into both academics and industry. Moving quickly to the fourth soft skills as problem solving and critical thinking. I'm a reserved type right from childhood, but a lot of people might not know because when I appear receptive, but inner me, I very reserved because I do a lot of thinking and I observe a lot. So that has helped in my AI research because it demands a lot of innovative solutions to complex challenges. So that has helped my experience in developing machine learning models for issues like suicide ideation, an electromedical record system, which I was able to venture into such research due to my problem solving and critical thinking skill, and it has impacted the medical field. The last I'm going to talk about is mainly on my recent research. That's empathy and cultural awareness. As a STEM advocate and an ambassador for international students, I mainly engage with diverse communities, ensuring that there's inclusivity in artificial intelligence development. So, which understanding different perspective helped me to enrich my approach to human-centered AI and collective intelligence research. Yeah, those are the five soft skills I would like to talk about, which helped me academically, professionally, and also helped me in contributing meaningfully to advancement of AI and STEM education globally. Thank you.
We thank you, Christiana. We will be back to you in a while, but for now, we're going to talk to Jacqueline, Dr. Uh, Dr. Jacqueline from Kenya. Jacqueline is a passionate individual with a diverse background with a PhD in art studies, design, African culture, art history, and conservation. She's driven by a deep desire to leverage the power of technology and artificial intelligence to uplift the lives of individuals within her community, particularly those who have been marginalized. Her vision is to develop innovative tech solutions that not only support and enhance entrepreneurial activities, but also ensure a safe and inclusive environment, for all community members. Through her endeavors, she aims to empower individuals to thrive in their ventures while fostering a sense of security and belonging. Uh, Welcome, Jacqueline. Would you mind
Thank
to
you.
identify the key barriers that you have encountered as a woman in the tech sector and how you strategically navigated those challenges?
Okay. So I can say I hope I'm audible. I can say being in the industry for 20 years, when I was getting into the tech industry, one of the barriers I faced obviously was mentorship, especially from women, because about 20 years ago, 2000, not many women embraced tech, not many women were into STEM. And the few who were there, there was a lot of competition. So I'd say everyone was fighting their own battles, trying to make their own way. So one of the key barriers was mentorship. And then I also needed someone to hold my hand as I learned the ropes because I was entering into the job market. I don't know what is what. I don't know the structure, the protocol, So just someone to walk me through. As a young girl, I was impressionable. I was naive. I needed someone to protect me from, I'd say, predators, because sometimes you don't know how to handle maybe a boss who's overly friendly, they're crossing the line, you see, things like that. When I messed up, someone to just tell me, when you mess up, you do this, ABCD. So that was also another barrier. And then imposter syndrome, because sometimes you can have an idea and then someone shoots it down. So you kind of lose confidence in yourself and in your idea, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So someone is not encouraging you or interested in finding out what you are doing. So that imposter syndrome made me develop a lot of doubt in myself. So most of the time I felt like a fraud, because you're not sure, you've not been approved in the industry. Yeah. And because of that, the chances were not forthcoming. So in the end, for a while, it damaged my portfolio. I didn't get the much needed experience or the exposure I wanted, because I never wanted to put myself out there because of shame, you know? So how I addressed those issues, those barriers, it reached a point where I started aligning myself with the right people and I shadowed them. So in this case, there were men, and I just got a few men who I felt would really take me through the ropes, because probably they were just a few years ahead of me and they had the time to hear me out and work with me. So I shadowed them for a while, because, you know, in a work setting, there's high pressure. People need to do their things. They're meeting their targets. So they don't have time to babysit you and spoon feed you everything. So I had to learn to be quick with my wit, use my eyes, learn so many nuances. I worked on myself, you know, my attitude, my self-image, how I approach people, how I address people in the working area. I set boundaries, especially with those overly friendly people who are always in your space. Yeah, so I learned to have difficult conversations, how to create an impact subtly. Because sometimes when you're new, you know, and probably you know something and maybe someone hasn't caught on it. So if you just go direct and start talking to them, you know, they might not receive it well. So sometimes I learned now how to navigate such things and how to listen, how to receive feedback, and how to give feedback. Also, I started frequenting events in my field. And in those events, I would put myself out there. I would speak, but I would speak with a purpose, not just say anything. I would compliment great ideas. I would offer my time to work with people on projects that I felt I could gain value. And I asked for help where I needed it, and appreciated the help. You know, you acknowledge people and their ideas, and they give you feedback. You ask them, how can you navigate ABCD, and they tell you how they troubleshoot, you know, those nuggets. So if you put yourself there, if you come up, let's say I adopted a teachable spirit. Yeah. So you go there, you want to learn, not you go into such spaces and you want to show people uh, the way you are an expert, you know. Also, I actively sought out mentors in different aspects of my life. That means competency is enough, is important, but you know, communication skills, public speaking, spiritual, social, and even fashion, you know, because women mostly are judged by their looks. And when you go into some spaces, the moment they see your face, this one is pretty, so they start doubting your competencies or your skills. So also, so I needed mentors to help me in that, because you know, this our sector. Most of us, and the mistake many of us women make is we assume people will acknowledge us or elevate us because of our skill, because of our competency. They say this person is good at this, but it doesn't work that way. So I had to change my entire strategy on how I approach things. Yeah. So my attitude also changed. When I spoke to people, I made eye contact. Very subtle, very important. Because when you enter into a meeting and you're talking to people and you're not making eye contact, it's like you're aloof. You're not there. You're not in the present. So you miss out on so many things. Yeah. In the workspace, I actively sought out gaps I could occupy and ensured my value was felt. So it's like you're making yourself, what is the word? Indisposable. Yeah, you're making yourself reliable. Yeah. And I was vocal about my achievements, but without being too braggy or arrogant. You just acknowledge I did this and these are the outcomes. This was the problem and these are my outcomes. So they really help, especially in that staff evaluation. Yeah. So again, like I said, I adopted a teachable spirit. If I didn't know something, how to do something, I would ask. And bosses really like that. If you don't know something and you tell them, I don't know, teach me how to do this, they will do it gladly, because in the workplace, you need to respect the protocol. So it's good to ask, you avoid a lot of mistakes. So I put myself in a situation, and I'm a teacher, I'm a lecturer. So I put myself in a situation where I can learn from anyone, even your students. If you want them to learn from you, if you want them to listen to you, you learn from them also, because these are soft skills. You want them to understand what you're teaching. So you have to make examples relatable to them. So if you talk to them and ask them, they will hear you out and you'll hear them out in return. And that's how I was able to break some of these barriers. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Once again, we will be back to you. We're going to address some questions now to Dr. Michelle Mukushimana, and then we will have another set of questions. Then we will ask the audience to make their own observations. Dr. Sakinat is very active in the chat. We will going to ask her to participate later on. But for now, we're going to address Dr. Michelle Mukushimana from Burundi, who is a PhD holder in computer science and technology with a specialty from University of Science and Technology in Beijing, People's Republic of China. She's now the Dean of the Digital Technology Institute at the University of Burundi, and she has been conducting works on using AI and digital technology in education, agriculture, and health. As a member of the Organization of Women in Science in Developing World, she has participated in various campaigns of sensibilization to young women on how to embrace STEM in different provinces of Burundi. In 2024, last year, Michelle Mukushimana was awarded with the fundings of Awitai, second cohort, and several other funds in Burundi. Welcome, Dr. Michelle. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Hope that you hear me well.
Yes, we hear you very well. What initially motivated you to pursue a career in STEM and artificial intelligence? And how was your journey? How did it evolve over time?
Yeah, thank you. And I also thank the audience and especially the host of the Zoom this session inviting me. And in myself, from my childhood, I have been this kind of person who will be always looking for solution whenever there is a problem. And I remember when I was graduating from the high school here, we call it secondary school. I wanted to pursue mathematics, but I was not able to continue in Burundi, and I moved to China, where now I started my studies in computer science. And after graduation, as I'm also this kind of people who likes to communicate with people, there is one of my former teacher who asked me what I did, and then now it was in 2006. Many people in Burundi were now dealing with these connections and uh, just the beginning of ICT in many ways. But then things like artificial intelligence was something that was black box. And but this lecture asked me, Michelle, have you heard about
Hello, Michelle. I believe we are experiencing some issues. Can you hear us? Hello, Dr. Michelle, can you hear us? Could anyone confirm if they are hearing Dr. Michelle, if it's something from my end?
I can't hear her.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Jacqueline. We cannot hear you. Dr. Michelle Mukoshimana, can you hear us? Well, I believe while we are waiting, we could address the second question to Christiana. And while we are waiting for Michelle to come back on online on the communication. Hello, Michelle. Well, while we are waiting, I would like to ask Christiana, um, what was the strategic value of women-led networks or support system in promoting equity and retention in STEM and AI careers? What is the strategic value on the women-led networks?
Yeah, thank you once again for that question. Yeah, so for the women-led network and support, they are very instrumental in helping to foster equity and retention in STEM and AI career. And this strategic actually lies in several key areas, and I'm going to mention 5 of them. The first I'm going to talk about is mentorship and role models. Just like how the previous speaker mentioned about like having access to successful women in STEM, such is going to provide guidance, career advice, community building opportunities. Because when people see women that strive in AI field, it can inspire others to persist and also make advancements. The second is community and peer support. So when we have a system that supports, it helps to create a form of safe space where women can actually share their experiences, how they navigate challenges, how they were able to access resources. And this will help in reduction of feelings in terms of isolation. It can help to boost morale and also encourage a long-term career commitment. The third is on advocacy for structural change. When we have like women-led network, it helps in amplifying voices, help in advocating for inclusive policies. We can see statistics have shown the number of women in academics, in industry, in research. So how do we push for equity? Such policies have to be made in terms of hiring, funding, then having leadership opportunities. The fourth is skill development and career growth. So this kind of networks help in offering workshops, funding opportunities, and leadership training that are mainly for women professional development. Such is going to help to ensure that women remain competitive in catching up with the way that AI evolve. Then the last I'm going to talk about is increased representation and visibility. When we have when we have platform that are dedicated to women in STEM, it will help to showcase achievements, help to drive recognition, and encourage more women to pursue career in AI and also in data science. So addressing these systematic barriers, it will help to foster a strong sense of belonging for the women-led initiative, because it plays a vital role in ensuring gender equity and sustained engagement in AI and STEM professions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christiana. We will go back to Dr. Michelle Mukushimana. Dr. Michelle, would you mind keep on the answer?
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, yes, we do. So you were talking about what motivated you initially to pursue the career, and when the connection was lost, you were talking about the need to go abroad to study, and then how you came back to your community with some skills that were not yet recognized. Would you mind keeping on talking from that point?
Hello, do you get
Hello.
me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you. Dr. Michelle?
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you. Do you hear us?
Yes, I hear you very well.
Thank you. Would you mind keeping on with your answer?
Yes, I was saying that with the time I was going for my master studies, it's the time now I started working with the artificial intelligence. And from there also I could see that it's something that is growing. And also I like to work towards something that will be helping on solving problems, and also it's like I like to work in the things that are very new. I like to also to be in these areas where people are not so many in it, just with this um, thinking or this feeling of being someone useful for the society, or someone who is bringing something that is new to others. And also with the hard working, I'm also someone that who doesn't fear about hard working, and committed. And as you know, the works in the artificial intelligence, it's also time demanding, also uh, um, depending also with the kind of way of working. Sometimes it's also something that we ask many experiences. You do it and do it again. And this is something also that I liked in this artificial intelligence, and I have been pursuing it without just with that determination to be someone and to reach somewhere with some uh, solutions. And then in my PhD, I have been working in this emotion recognition. And then in there, I was working now in how to combine many model of conveying emotion, to be able now to build a model that will be more efficient to recognize emotions. And as it's also something that is working to motivate in education, in working places at the hospitals for the patients, and also in social relations with people. That it's what I can say that was really motivating me to get to pursue this artificial intelligence, because I saw in it something that is also evolving, that is something that also can help solve some problems, and something also that is holding a future, a bright future in science and technology. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Michelle. We're going back to Dr. Jacqueline Okayo. And for our final question, Dr. Jacqueline, could you share an instance where interpersonal or emotional intelligence skills were more decisive than technical expertise in achieving a professional outcome?
Yeah, so I think I'll share two instances. So in my workplace, I think when you've been in technology, in the tech space for over 10 years, I think it reaches a place where you want more responsibilities, or where you feel like you want more management roles, yeah, where you can make decisions. So it reached a point where I wanted to be in those spaces, because even when you work in tech as STEM, you can be doing so many projects, yeah, but sometimes you just feel like maybe if some of the strategies could change here, it would improve one or two things, yeah. So I realized something very quickly, that if I don't make if I don't let my voice be heard in such spaces where decisions are made, no one is going to think about me when opportunities arise. So what I did when I would be invited in such spaces is I would share my ideas openly. I didn't feel they needed to be genius ideas, because women, we're always waiting for the perfect situation, so that you do something, and the difference between men and women, men will apply for something, they're 20% qualified and they'll apply, but the woman will be like, that one thing that I'm not qualified for, so I don't qualify. You disqualify yourself entirely. So for me, the idea was to be in such spaces to contribute in a thought-provoking manner. Yeah. And I just wanted to create an impression that I'm someone who can think through stuff, process information, and provide solutions. So I also wanted to be seen as someone who takes initiative. And the result for that is, now in my workplaces, I'm in those committees where I make decisions. And in fact, now currently my latest nomination is in finding ways our universities can make money through AI and tech. So that is something that I'm really proud of, because I put myself out there, I took the risk. So I'm those people who believe communication skills complement competencies. Most of us were in Morocco, and you saw Professor Amal. You see the way she's always in those spaces, and she's always talking about one thing or the other. So she has a lot of visibility, and the media loves her for it. And even when you were around her, she was always graceful, the way she handled it. Yeah, she keeps her feminine side, but she also portrays a professional side. So for me, I realized another thing is visibility matters. Yeah. When you're given a chance, even Apiwe, all of us know Apiwe. Okay, most of us know Apiwe. I really admire the way she shows out in spaces. When she's given the limelight, she's like this, torch. Yeah. So what I learned is, don't wait to be picked out. Yeah. Stand out on your own. Stand on your ideas. Always do your homework before you appear anywhere. Do your homework, get your facts right. Because, as women, sometimes you may want to express something and people are focused on your emotions. Yeah. And instead of your idea. So you learn to, when the questions start coming, people start, picking apart your idea. Always have your facts. Your facts will always protect you. Listen to understand. That is something I also learned. Listen to understand and not to respond. Be more assertive. bring in less of emotions. Don't take the things personally, I guess. Be confident with your suggestions. If you have a question, and we make this mistake all the time, don't ask a man to do it. The reason why is, if the man is praised for asking that question, he's not going to give you credit. There is no me. All of you've been in meetings, and you tell someone to say what you had in mind, and probably the person who asked praises them, they will not say, that was Jackie's idea. No one does that, Well, if they do that, then they have a good heart. But opportunities happen like that. So don't deny yourselves such opportunities. So that's what I did, for myself. Another example. So sometimes I do projects for clients on the side. It's consultancy. So one time I had what you'd call a difficult client, one who has an idea of what they want to do, but they can't articulate. So if we do something, she would say, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. But if you ask her, how do you want us to go about it? She would just say, I don't know. So I just decided maybe it's not really about the work first. We just have a meeting and have a sit down and, talk about life, get her mind off what she really wants, get a sense of where she's in life, in life, what she's going through, to just get her to ease down and calm down and, get her in a position where she's calm. So once we did that, when we came back to the business, so I asked her what got her into the business in the first place and what they'd hope to achieve from it. So I told her not to rush that answer, to make a list of what she wants and give justifications, and maybe we can meet another time so that we go through that. And that's what she did. Yeah. So my goal for her, my intention was for her to make her feel like she's part of the design process, part of the creative process, so that she can own the idea. And it really helped because it gave her the assurance that we care about her project, and that we have the capability of doing what she had assigned us to do. So sometimes when you go into business, you meet people, the first things you remember when you are doing the pitching, most of the time when you pitch, you are building trust. Yeah. It's not really your idea. They know you're capable of doing, but they need to see it in you that this, what you say, you really believe in what you are doing, or you can do, and you can achieve it. So you need to build that trust. So that's one of the other ways I did that. Of course, I didn't include everything in her list, and I gave reasons for why. But I gave her alternatives, because it says when you're doing the client really is not always right, but sometimes you can devise smart ways of bringing in the idea. So you tell them, maybe we can try this option. Always give your client alternative. So the valuable skill here was listening. You pay attention to their nuances, yeah? The things that are not verbalized, but expressed, because sometimes people don't know how to say things as they are, but you can get the idea or the impression of what they are. That's why eye contact is important. You listen, pay attention to what they are saying. Sometimes they don't know how to express, especially if it's issues of language barrier, So the process actually helps in building client trust in the long run, and you are able to retain the client. It's just not about showing off your skills. I can do this. Sometimes we are humans. We are not robots. So it is important that we have those soft skills, and we use them in a manner that will complement our competencies. So those are my two examples.
Thank you, Dr. Jacqueline. We're going back to Dr. Michelle Mukushimana to ask her, can you hear us, Dr. Michelle?
Yes, yes, very
Okay.
well.
So we're gonna ask you um, just our last question. To what extent do you believe artificial intelligence can be a catalyst for social equity, particularly in addressing gender disparities?
Yes, actually, it's hello. Do you get me?
Yes, we do. We do.
Okay. Yeah, actually, as it something that get to my attention when I was doing my master studies, because at that time I was a mother having two kids, and it was hard for me now to be able to respond to the maternities, the responsibilities, and the going to classes and everything that is going with it. But because I was in computer science with my computer in my room, I was able now to do my research and also to be closer to my kids. And from that time, I remember I was thinking like now, if I graduate, I get my master degree, I will think about studying after I have finished giving birth, and my last child will be maybe in the high school. It was yeah, I cannot continue studies without with kids and whatever. But when I worked on this artificial intelligence, and I learned also about these e-learning technologies and these bot and the translations and all these progress that have been made in artificial intelligence, I came to know that even now maternity can go on with now these daily works that were supposed to be in the classrooms where the mothers will leave kids alone at home. Now they can access to material at school, to even attend classes as we are having this Zoom. And it's something that was developed very recently. So it's something that's showing, for example, for studies, now there are solutions that can help now mothers and these female to be able to attend classes and to follow and to pursue studies and the other works without fearing of leaving kids or just where they keep their maternity. There is also this kind of marginalization that is based on sometime with language language barriers. But with this development and boards and translates the language translations, now
I believe we're experiencing some issues once again with Dr. Michelle's connection. Um, while we are waiting for her to come back, I would like to address to our audience. Are there any questions, any observations that you would like to address to our guests? I see Rumana is here. It's a pleasure to have you around. Sakinat as well. It's a great pleasure having you around again. I see Michelle is online.
yes.
Okay, would you mind to keep on with your answer?
Yes, I think I'm almost done. That is was just to conclude that AI can help solve many problems relating to this gender disparity, especially I said my case about this maternity issues, also these language barriers, and also some skills that are gained from these social media or social uh, social addressing also these social solutions that are developed or um, based on AI that can help also people get into to feel themselves included in the others and also to get link from each other. For example, I remember in the past time, if we would like to have such exchanges, we will need to be together, to work together, to just to move from place to other place. But by now, me sharing in Burundi can now be following the discussion with someone in Nigeria, you in Cape Verde, and this is also the work of.
Well, we are actually having many connection issues. Back to the audience. Do you have any questions, any observations? Dr. Shakinat has been very, very active on our chat. Thank you. Dr. Shakinat, do you want to speak? Or should I just transcribe what you wrote? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, hello, good evening, everyone. Elena, thank you so much. I think I'm having a swell time here. I enjoyed all the discussion from Christiana to other speakers. The thing is, I just like the answer approach for everyone, for every questions that we asked was real, was down to us, and it was relatable. It's something that you can relate to yourselves and actually picking out from there. So, and I like the approach and answers to every question, and I'm sure that I picked so many things from here that I didn't know, but I know that I can still use, especially the imposter syndrome, which is very, very true. No matter how strong you are, you just keep proving the imposter syndrome. You know, it's the dream killer, makes you feel inadequate as if your body or some of the things that you have done. You know, just push through and celebrate our small wins. You know, that imposter syndrome happens to me all the time, especially when my paper just get published or get accepted in my high impactful journal. You know, I'll now go back and what did I write? What did I do? You know, and I don't get stuck. But after a while, I put myself out and see that I can still write more. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Shakinat. I think we have Michelle back on our conversation. Michelle, would you mind? Can
Hello? I'm actually done with
don't
the
worry.
answer. Yes. I don't know if there's any question that was asked after, but for the other one, I think I'm done.
Dr. Michelle, your microphone is turned off. Can you hear us right now? Well, as we go on with our event, I would like to just sum up some of the ideas that we had spoke about this afternoon. So we spoke about some very important skills such as communication, the ability to express ourselves and to talk about our own ideas, articulating them, the collaboration skills, interdisciplinarity, leadership, mentorship, which was shown as a soft skill, but then something that we actually need among women in STEM, critical thinking, problem solving approach, empathy, and the cultural awareness. These were some of the soft skills that we spoke about this afternoon and how relevant they are. We spoke about the lack of mentorship, someone that can walk us through and navigate this very hard and odd environment, which is STEM and AI mainly for women. We spoke about the lack of role models in many aspects in our lives. And in this particular aspect, I would like to talk about not only in STEM and education, but women still lack some role models in different areas of their lives. We spoke about the imposter syndrome and the need to learn how to create impact and to set boundaries in our lives. The need to learn when to ask for help, to appreciate the help that was given, and to make ourselves teachable and available to the opportunities that might present to us. We also spoke about the need of resilience, determination. We spoke about the relevance of women-led network, providing guidance, career advance, support, and a safe space in a way to increase representation and visibility, to reduce bias, to provide mentorship and peer-to-peer association. And in all these aspects, I would really like to thank everyone that participate, because all these ideas were growing, and it is really important that we speak about them. Okay, we spoke about the fact that visibility matters, and sometimes, most of the times, the imposter syndrome does not allow us to show what we are actually doing, and that's something that we really need to address and to own our ideas, to own what we do, to own the beautiful things we do and the errors we commit as a way to learn. Okay, so in this very beautiful afternoon, we were all across the continent from Burundi to Kenya to Nigeria to Cape Verde, talking about these soft skills that allow us to grow and to bring other people with us. I hope Michelle are still around. Michelle, are you around?
Yes, yes.
Oh, thank you. Do you want to conclude your ideas?
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. I think
Yes.
I said everything. No, we cannot finish them in one session. Maybe I will come with others. But then today, I think it's enough for what I said. Uh, yes, I thank you. As I told you that I work also with the education, that's how many of my examples were given from education. Yes, I work also with health and agriculture, but special many works are in education. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know if the audience has any other observations or any questions to address our guests. I don't think so. Everyone is so silent. So thank you, Dr. Christiana. Thank you, Dr. Jacqueline, Dr. Michelle. It was a great pleasure sharing this beautiful afternoon with you. And we will keep on with our gender and AI dialogues and with other ideas, with other issues. And it was a great pleasure having you all here. Have a very great weekend, nice day, and we will keep on with this network that we created back in Morocco that is actually being really fruitful for us as individuals, but we believe that it will lead to something very good for our continent. Thank you all for your presence. We will be here next month with another dialogue. See you.
See you. Thank you.
Bye.
See you.
Yeah, see you everyone. Bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye bye.